Hello everyone. So today I am going to talk about some free vector sites and I am going to make a design. So for making designs we need vectors. So I am going to share with you guys this website clker.com. This is a really good website. You can find some cool clip art images here and they are free to use, but always remember that we should not use anything that is we are taking from any other website. Like we should not use that directly, we should do some modifications, adjust some other elements like text to make a unique design and then make that clip art or vector a part of the design. So that is the rule guys. If when we are working as beginners we cannot buy subscriptions like freepik or other websites, so that is the way we can do things. So let's search something like here, maybe horse. Here I was searching like horse. So you can see this, you will find this kind of little clip art images here in this website. So you can take them but do not use them as they are, just use take them and do some modifications to use them in your design. So I think this one is a good image. You can see this is a good line art image, we can use this one. Then we can simply download this from here. Like if I click here on large button it will load that image, but we cannot see because that is a black line art only, a png image. So it is looking like this. So let's save the image for like this, maybe something like on this folder. As you can see I have already downloaded that image. Just I was searching for some good websites, so let's bring that image in our design in our illustrator like this. So this is the way of working with this kind of images, but as you can see this is there is a lots of small details like the line alt and the image is not very good in quality, so we can fix that. And for fixing that we need our paint.net software, that is I use for customizing my images, and this is really free. So that is good, we can use that to make a to enhance the image. Like this is the original image. If I go to here image and resize, we can see that this is a 500 by 500 almost pixel image, that is really too low. So let's make it 1500 by 1500 and that will make it a bit bigger, and then we can use our that from this effect and this multi threshold option. It will give it a look like this, but as I told you it can happen. So let's select your magic wand tool, click on this blank space like this, then it will be erased. So as you can see, if we click on this blank space and then press delete, it will it is like erasing nothing, but we need to make it complete png. So that's why this step. Then if I go to effect and multi threshold like this, it will give me this kind of options, but I can always fix that. Okay, I have to fix this area also. This is the problem of working with free clip art or png images from online. So this can look like a bit confusing for beginners, but try working with this system, it will be like used, you will be used to it. So that's all guys. So let's press ctrl a to copy, sorry, select all, then ctrl c to copy. So once that is in my clipboard, I am keeping that there, then paste it here. As you can see now this is a bit bigger in size, and now we can trace this image. Go to this small drop button here, drop down, then click on silhouette. It will make a silhouette image version here. Then we can adjust the amount of black or the details we want in our design. Like this it will make a complete vector file. So guys, this is I am just showing you how to use this kind of images, but be very careful before making or using this kind of designs, because you need to really understand the copyright law, and that website is really free. So we can take their image, but we have to do some modifications. So let's show you what will happen. if we just do not enhance the image, like make it bigger. So as you can see, this is the amount of details in our edited design, and this is the amount of detail in the original design. So I'm erasing this one. So that's why I actually make that image a bit bigger and then do that threshold option there. So as you can see, this is now a really good image, but we have to look, like we have to check that if there is any open areas in the image. Like I can see this area is open here. So if I select my direct selection tool, I can select these small anchor points like this. Then if I make that, bring that, like join them like that, then I can simply select them, then make it unite. So it will become a complete one shape, no, like no other separate parts in the design. So that is our horse image for this one. And then let's do some other search, like horse t-shirt designs, because we need to get some ideas, or what kind of designs we are going to make. We need to take ideas. So this is how you can take ideas. Like as you can see, there is a tons of different images. I am doing this totally live, so you will understand how to generate ideas. Okay, just a girl who loves horses, that's a really good design. I am going to make this design today. So let's take that in our illustrator so that we can, okay, let's do some other stuff. Let's search for something else, that what else we can do, or what else is there out there people are selling on this horse niche. So that is horse out of the hospital to unit. Okay, that is not something you will everyone will understand. So okay, I think this one is a good idea. As you can see, this is the called the horse show, or I don't know what it called. It is the lower part, it is the steel or iron made, that you can see this one. So let's use this one. Click like that, again same, then it will be downloaded. You can download that like this. Then again there is some color version, but we want only the line art version. So I am opening this image into again paint.net. Then I'm going to resize it. Again I am making it like 1500 by 1500 to keep the quality. Then if I click on these colors here, you can see everything that is in that color is now. I'm erasing this by my magic wand tool. Click delete, that's the thing I am doing here. So be careful when you are working with small details or a small area of a design. So you can see this is now just a outline. So I'm going to control A to copy, select all, then copy that. Then I'm going to paste it here, something like this. Then go to image trace and silhouette. That will give you a complete vector version of that image. So this is, I am tracing images here, but I am not tracing anything that is watermarked or like a stock images. I see many designers showing that take any image from the internet, any website like Adobe Stock, Shutterstock, and they trace that to make a design. But no guys, that's not the legal way. We can do it like this, but this is also not the legal way. But as long as we are combining some images to use in our design, this is actually a way of working. You can work like this. So this is the two vector I'm going to use in my design. This is the text here, so let's write them. I'm going to keep the same order, like just a, then girl in the second line, who loves horses. So that is the text. I'm going to keep it. Let's select our text, and then I'm going to choose a different font for them. But before using fonts, I'm going to first of all make a final graphic for me. So as you can see, we are taking two different vectors from here, and we cannot use them as they are. So I'm going to do the modification part here. I'm erasing one part of that graphics, and then I'm going to place it like this. Just reflect it in a way just like this, and once that is reflected I'm going to place my horse image inside this, but in a smaller in size because I want that to be my, like the ribbon area or the area that is making this design stand out, my horse stand out. So that is the reason I am going to make it like this, just like this. Then I am going to first of all select this two, group it, then select horse, align them center wise. That is actually good. Then I can use a ribbon here for this area maybe, or maybe I can use my horse a bit in upper position just like this. But as you can see this is overlapping each other, but I want my horse to be visible from this part, but this horseshoe part should be on top from this part. So let's first of all make a offset path for our horseshoe here. I think that is good for me. Then cut it, select your horse vector, open the transparency, paste in front, Ctrl F. So that is good. Now we need to do some like merge and unite to make this a complete full fill path. But as you can see this area is not hiding because this is a open area, so that for that kind of areas we need to like use our pen to pencil tool here. So using our pencil tool I am going to make a lines just like this so that it covers the area. As you can see now that area is hidden and my horse is like looking in the background of this part, but for this part I want this horse to be on top, so I am selecting this, that what we pasted inside our transparency, and then pressing shift E for eraser, pressing alt to delete like this. So this part is deleted, only we have this part here. That is good. And then I am going to select my horse vector here, make a offset path for that horse, then cut, select my horseshoe vector, open the transparency, paste in front. As you can see this is now looking very good, not looking very good. So let's merge and unite to make it a complete one single shape. So as we pasted this part on top of the horse, so we need to select the horse silhouette inside our transparency, then press shift E for the eraser tool, press alt and then drag like this, it will be erased. So as you can see this part of my horse is now looking like on top of that horseshoe, but this part is looking like horseshoe is on top of our horse. So that is the effect I wanted to create for this area. That is now looking good for me. Okay, I think if there is anything that is on top of this area, okay, nothing there. So that's almost the final design or final graphic for our design. But as you can see this area is looking something weird, so I'm going to open the transparency for my horse area here, then again take my pencil tool to hide this area, just draw something in black here and this area will be hidden. So that's good for me. I am going to make them a group here, just like this, a group. So once we make them a group, I'm going to use this text here now. So I'm going to place this one here. So as this is the font of a girl, so let's use a girly type font. So maybe something like, okay, I don't know how that will look. I'm going to use a kind of a script font like this, that is too much scripted. Let's use some font that we all have, maybe Explorer, but in Explorer script font, this one. Okay, but this G is not really looking good because that is kind of the small letter G. I don't like this part. Let's see if there is a, okay, if I turn on the task type tool like this, press shift T, click on a letter, if that letter has any alternate it will show up here. So let's use that one. You can see that is looking better than my previous G. So I'm going to use this one here. Then for this one maybe use our Anidor font because these are the fonts I gave to my I shared on my group, so everyone who is in my group, we all have this font, so we can use them. Okay, let's not use that. Let's use our Explorer font here. Just a girl like this. Then I'm going to use Who Loves Horses. Okay, I don't think that is looking good. Just a girl. Maybe we can cover this area without using any ribbon. So that is a good idea. Just a girl who loves horses. Who loves horses. So I'm going to make this one in that font. Then this horses I'm going to make it in that is script font, but the A's should be in capital. Just like this. I'm not going to spend too much time for this design because this was not a design for design. This is not a video for design. This is a video for showing you guys how to collect or modify vectors. So that's looking good, I think. I'm going to now check the proportions here. So let's press Ctrl R to bring our ruler. Then if we place it like this, we can adjust the, okay, that is the problem. I don't know why that happens. Okay, let's keep it like this. So that is good. Now I'm going to break all the fonts I'm using here just like this. Then for this horses text I'm going to, okay, that font is not broken. Just like this I'm going to adjust the position here. This one is also not broken. Okay, that's not a problem. So let's fix this area first. Okay, first of all I need to select everything here. As we make them a group, we can simply align them center wise. Then we can do the other changes here. So I'm selecting this girl text here. I'm going to open a offset path for that. Same size is good. Then cut it. Then select our this group horse and this show group. Then open transparency, paste in front. So that is good actually. And now you can see there is some small details that is visible from these areas, and I don't like that. So I'm going to fix that again with my pencil tool. Just draw a black shape wherever you want to hide, simply like this. And I don't want this area, then this area, then this, just like this, because I want this text to be visible and the focus point of my this area. That is good. And then once that is placed, I can just simply place my text anywhere that will look good. It doesn't have to be centralized. Okay, maybe we can bring that horse text a bit down like this. Then maybe we can make this one a bit bigger, because this labs text is an important part here. So that is good for us. Okay guys, so this is going to be the final design for us, as you can see. But I am going to do some modifications here. So let's first of all let's align it with my ruler there, and then make it a bit smaller in this side, because I am going to apply some effect here. I'm going to open an offset path for my horse text just like this. Okay, then unite it, then Ctrl X to cut, then select my horse text, Ctrl B to paste in back. Now just use your arrow tool to bring it little bit down like this. Then if we change the color here, we can see that is what we created. But then again select your horse text, then going to make offset path again, but this time not 4 pixel. Okay, 4 pixel is good. Press OK again, make it unite, cut, select your red shape here, then press Ctrl F to paste in front. Then again select your red shape, press Alt and click on this minus front. It will give us this 3D looking effect for our horse text, because as you can see our horse image is in 3D, our this show image is in 3D, so everything else should be also follow that style effect. So I'm going to make a offset path for my girl text, but this time I'm going to make it a bit bigger because I will need that. Just like this, then cut it, select my horse and show group. Inside the transparency I'm going to erase everything that we pasted before, delete that. Then I can simply press Ctrl F to paste in front. Now it is pasted in front, and then again I'm going to use my pencil tool to make these areas invisible, just like this. So that is good for me. Now I need to create that same effect for my girl text here, so I'm going to make it little bit smaller like this. Okay, maybe not smaller, just make it, move it like this area a bit, just a bit. Then I'm going to open a offset path for my girl text, not that much, that previous 4 pixel is okay for us, just like this. Then unite, cut, select this, select this text group, press Ctrl B to paste in back, then use your arrow tool to bring that down like this. Again I'm going to make it red so that we can see it well. Then I'm going to click on this black girl shape, make offset path again for 4 pixel, that is good. Now cut this for this black one, then select this red one, press Ctrl F to paste in front, again press shift and click on this red to select them together, then press alt and click here minus front. So once that effect is applied, we can simply expand it. So that is the way it is going to look. So I can simply make it a bit smaller because I don't want it to overlap. So guys, this is the final design for us this time. Now I can do some modifications like the way I want it to. I want to make it a colorized design, like I don't want it to make a simple flat design like that. So I'm going to make it like fill our images with some colors so that it looks like we are not using it that same clip art from that website. So I'm going to search here like horse colors. If I search like this, I will find some images of horses that I can sample the colors. So I think this one is good for sampling colors. Okay guys, I'm going to copy that image. I'm going to make it a little realistic this time. Then I'm going to make a draw a rectangle here. Then if I press I, it will bring my eyedropper. Then I can click here to sample any color that I want, maybe something lighter. That is good for me. Now I don't need this image anymore, so I'm going to use this as my color. So I'm going to make it a group on my source panel, and it is becomes a global color. If I change this color, it will change on everything that I'm applying, so that is good. Now for the coloring process, the same style effect we use every time, like I showed you in my veteran design. I am going to draw a rectangle here, but of course this one in this color. Then I need to, okay, before making that, sorry for that, I need to, like, you can see this horse is not a complete single shape, this part is not selecting, so that is not a problem. I am going to fix that. Let's draw a rectangle here just like this, then cut it. If I select my this shape here, okay, this is actually inside a clipping mask here, so I'm pasting it like that. I'm sorry guys, it is not going to work like that in that way, so I'm going to use the other way for this kind of designs. So that is good. I'm going to select my horse image, just not, I'm not going to double click here because that will deselect this part and select the outlines only. So in this mode I'm going to press K, that will bring my live pen tool. I'm going to use this color, then I'm going to fill my horse with that color. So as you can see, this is the easier way of colorizing our vectors. And once we fix this part to use this kind of effect, so once that is placed, we can actually again double click our horse, then expand it, because that will make that, now there is no effect inside our horse image. So I'm going to again select my this horse show vector here, maybe double click just like this. Then I need to do one more thing, that is we erase this part, so that will cause some trouble for us right now. I'm going to fix that. I'm going to take my pencil tool here, then I'm going to draw a area just to make it a close path vector. Then if I select here like that, it will make it a, and unite them, it will make it a complete one single shape. But that is not affecting any other effect that we applied in our design, like inside the transparency or any other things. So this is the advanced level, guys. Actually, I think most of my viewers, those are beginners, will not understand this part, but it will helpful if you just keep working like this. So I'm going to now again use that live paint tool. I'm pressing K on my keyboard to bring that live paint. So let's use something like this color here for this area, or maybe a bit darker version like yellowish color. I don't know. Okay, that was the original color of this shoe, I think. So let's not use that color. Maybe something like pinkish color. I don't know what it called, like a hot pink color, because we are going to make it a design for girls. So anything we are going to use here should attracts girl audience. That is the reason. Okay, so you can see we close this area, so that's why our live paint is working here, otherwise it will not work here. So I'm going to press K again to bring that live paint. Then if I want to sample a color, I have to press Alt and it will make this eyedropper. Then click on a color, that color will be sampled like this. Then fill your graphics with that color, and as you can see, our main graphics, the effect that we put here, nothing is actually breaking. So once we are done, I am going to select these two again, then again expand. We don't want to keep any effect in our design. You can see that is looking good. So this is the advanced way of colorizing and then like customizing your work, guys. So these girls and the who loves horses, everything that is in black, I'm going to make it maybe this hot pink. And then I'm going to use my magic wand tool to click on this red image. Okay, as you can see, this red and this pink is like a closer color, so I'm going to manually select them. Click on this red, pick your eyedropper, click here to make sample that color. Then again click on this red, press I to bring eyedropper, click here to sample that color, and that is really good. So let's see how it is looking on black. I'm going to just making a rectangle here, cut and paste in back, Ctrl B, and then if I make it black, it will, as you can see, this is how it is looking right now. But I think this area is good, but this horse is not looking very well. So let me select my horse again, just like this, only my horse. Then go to offset path, then okay, not 4 pixel, just 1 pixel maybe, that is good. Sorry, that's my brother. So let's, okay, not marginate, just cut it. Then select my horse vector, press Ctrl B to paste it in back, then press I to bring the eyedropper, then click here. It will make a that color outline for my horse. As you can see, now my horse is visible on black for this outline. So we can do the same for our this horse shoe again, because I want to really make it a design for like black t-shirt. So I'm going to cut it, then again select my this group, press Ctrl B to paste in back, then press I to bring the eyedropper, then click on this red icon here, and you can see that is okay. Let's cut it first, then if I select it like this, or maybe double click here to select them like this, then press Ctrl B, it will paste that in the background. But as you can see, there is some problem happening because we pasted something inside this horse shoes transparency, the shape of a horse image. Let's find that out. If I select it like this, we can see this is the horse image. So I am selecting this one, then copy, then I need to select this red from here, the red background or the outline that we just created, this one. Then if I select that, then I'm going to open the transparency for it, then paste in front, Ctrl F. You can see that is now fixed. So okay, sorry for that, that is not fixed actually, because this area is, we need to select everything there. So sorry guys for that, I'm going to make it again. I'm going to select, okay, not that, select this two group here, like this group and this group. But as you can see, we are selecting the that thing that we make that red fill with light pen tool, that is not selecting. If I cut this like this, you can see there is a red shape is already still there, so we need to select that shape actually. So let's click here like this. Okay, that is not, that is going to take some more time guys, so let's not do that. Just like this will work for us. Now I'm going to make this two text stand out a little bit more, so I'm going to make a option like a stroke for them. So let's make 1 point or 2 point stroke for them, and let's see how it is looking. So I'm going to take the that color we make here like this, but in a bit is bigger size, just like this. Okay, before making the strokes, let's first of all select our girl text, and as you can see, these are separate parts. So let's unite them, it becomes a single shape. Then again the horse text here, unite them to make a single shape. Then I'm going to select horse text, sorry, that is too much bigger, make a 1 point stroke like this. Then place the stroke on the outside, just like this. Okay, let's just use it 1 point. Then again for this girl text, a 1 point stroke, and then of course align that to outside. So that's it guys, it is going to look good on black shirts, and that is what I wanted to create. Now for this point my video is done, but as you can see that this area is not fixed, so I'm not going to leave it as it is. I'm going to fix that area. So whoever want to skip the tutorial now, you can skip now, this is your time guys. Okay, so I'm going to select this one, then I'm going to make a offset path for it, just 1 point offset path, merge unite to make it a complete one shape, pick eyedropper to sample that color, then cut, and then select your this image, press Ctrl B to paste in back. So once that is pasted in back, you can see this area is now visible on black, and every effect that we applied here is still hidden. So that is good, that is what I wanted to do here. Now for this area I'm going to fix that again, fix that too. So I'm selecting here so that I can, this is the like the black part I am selecting here. So maybe again click here to select this part of this graphics here, you can see. Then I'm going to make a offset path for that as well, same 1 point. Then merge and unite to make a complete black shape, then pick eyedropper to sample this color, then cut, then select your this shape and then paste it back. Once that is pasted in back, our design is done. So as you can see, this is now looking, this is now totally visible on black, and wherever we wanted to hide or we added some effect, that effect is now hidden. So this is the way of modifying a design guys. And any way you are, if you are going to use a like a copyrighted vector, not copyrighted, a free vector from any website, then this is the way guys. And I always keep checking that if I can convert my design into one color, then this is a good design. So I'm going to take my magic wand tool, click here, it will select that color. If I make it white, I can see that everything in that color is being white. So okay, before that I need to select my group again, these two group, we added some strokes there, so we need to expand that. Now as you can see, that is expanded. Then I'm going to click here to select that color, I'm going to make that white again. Then for this area, okay, maybe click on this color to select all the red here, make them white too. Then my design is done. As you can see now, this is looking the exact same design but in color mode and in one color mode, like in white or in colorful. So I hope this one will give you some idea, guys, how to get some copyright free vectors and then modify them to use in your design. And this is really advanced tricks, guys, I am sharing with you. I hope you will do a lots of practice and get some benefit from it. Thank you everyone. See you in the next video. Have a great time.